Hi there guys, I haven't done I suppose a watch viewing slash review or look at for quite some time, so I thought this would be a good one to start with. This is my most recent acquisition. It is the Grand Seiko Quartz GMT that contains the 9F86 movement. For those of you that aren't aware, the 9F86 is a relatively new caliber from Seiko or Grand Seiko. It is accurate to within 10 seconds per year, plus or minus, and it is a thermocompensated in-house movement that is wonderfully decorated, and as I say, is a significant markup from what you would call a typical quartz movement. As you can see from the bezel, it does have a little bit of a Rolex Explorer 2 look to it, but it is a little bit smaller, 39mm, and it certainly does have a little bit more of a dress feel to it. The watch does have a loomed application on the indices, and as you can see, they are beveled and polished so that they provide that beautiful reflection off the sun. This is the black dial version with an orange GMT hand. It has a Zaratsu polish finish, also matched with a brushed finish on the sides. It has the signed Grand Seiko crown, which is screw-in, and it does have a true GMT application, so when you pull it out, you basically move the hour as opposed to the minutes, etc. And I'll do a video on how that actually works another time. The clasp is the typical Seiko or Grand Seiko clasp, nothing particularly special there. The beautiful engraved GS logo, as does the back of the watch. There's the beautiful Grand Seiko line and a little bit of information, including the movement, etc., and where it was made, blah blah blah. As you would expect, solid end links, and it is a Rolex style bracelet. People have complained about this bracelet, saying the finish is not comparable with the actual watch, but there's small details on here. If you look at the sides of the bracelet, you can see they've all been polished. Everything is smooth here, there's no sharp edges, and it's that sort of attention to detail that I think people just instantaneously forget about when they look at these types of watches. The attention to detail that the watchmakers have put into making this watch comfortable just disappear into insignificance, because you put the watch on and it's just comfortable, and you don't really give it any more thought. But there's been a lot of effort put into this watch to get to that point. One thing that I don't think many videos have shown is the fact that on the Rehort, the 9 p.m. through to, 9 through till 3 is a dark Rehort, and then on the 3 till 9 on the bottom half of the dial is light, and that is to signify, because obviously the hour hand on this watch will go around the watch twice, or around the dial twice during a 24-hour period, but the orange GMT hand, which will follow the bezel, will only go around once. So you have at the moment evening and later on morning. Dates is quickset, and I believe changes in 1/1000th of a second or something like that. I haven't actually seen it switch over, and I doubt I'll be able to catch up. Probably blink if I stay up all night waiting for it. But like I say, this watch is fantastic. It does look sporty in all the promotional materials, but I think it is a little bit more of a dress watch. And like I say, just for comparison's sake, I'll put it on the wrist there. You can see, it has really good proportions. This bracelet as well, one thing that I don't think has been mentioned is it does look as though it is actually a pin and link mechanism for changing, but it is actually micro screws on either side. So if you do have a small tool, you can actually change this quite easily yourself without having to get that pin link and collar mechanism stuff going on, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. But I'd say perfect watch for any traveller, and 39mm. It's got classic proportions, and it's just a simple, easy watch to take out of your box every so often and just put it on. You don't need to adjust it unless you obviously need to adjust the date, because it isn't a perpetual calendar. But other than that, the time itself, you're going to be having no issues in terms of needing to correct it. Anyway, I hope you like that, and like I say, if there's any questions on the watch, then by all means just put it down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Cheers.